Hey guys, happy Saturday. Hey, so it's just Saturday night here and I'm just relaxing, and I was thinking today about a very important topic. And if you're still on just starting a weight loss journey or you're still actively losing, this is still a topic for you. We're going to be talking about maintaining weight loss and why it's so hard, and still for you, because this is a subject that you should still be thinking of right away, even probably before you even start losing weight. So stick around. This is a very important subject, okay? Something that's kind of, I'm sure people probably might think this is weird, but I lost 100 pounds in 7 months. And then for the last year or so, since I had my hip surgeries, I've maintained, and I'm more proud of myself for maintaining the weight loss in this last year than I am for the initial loss, because it's that hard. So this is a really important subject, and I want us all to be successful after. So I think this is probably even more of an important subject than even just the weight loss to start with. So it's that important of a subject, okay? And then just a couple more housekeeping issues, okay? This subject is very vast. So this is just going to be touching the subject, or touching the surface of the subject. So I'm going to be having probably lots of follow-up videos on this subject, and I'll be making a playlist and listing them all in here. If you like this video and you found the information helpful, if you could like and subscribe so you don't miss it. And the main reason is because I am new to YouTube, obviously, and I'm trying to grow the channel because I'm trying to help as many people as possible. And I don't really feel great about using kind of clickbaity titles like losing 100 pounds in 7 months, even though it is true. I don't really feel like it's very helpful to the community, because I actually don't even really encourage it. It's just the way it worked out for me. I don't really encourage it for lifestyle health and for long-term maintenance. I don't really encourage it. So it's just that those are the videos that seem to be performing the best with the algorithm. So if I can get you guys to subscribe, that way more people will be seeing the videos and I don't have to use titles like that, okay? The other thing is that I'm just some random chick on YouTube that has found some success in, what I've experienced. I'm not a medical professional at all. This is just some data and from going to a weight loss place, some data that I've gathered and some things that I've experienced. So if you're working with somebody and they're telling you something different, follow, your own doctor's advice if they're telling you something different, or, I'm not a medical professional, okay? Again, I'm new to this, you guys, so thank you for being patient. 3 weeks ago, I didn't even know what a hashtag was. I just thought, I'm going to start making YouTube videos because, that's what every normal person does. So thank you for your patience. I don't even have a Facebook page, so I'm still figuring this all out as I go, okay? So again, thank you for your patience. So, yes, so I didn't intend to lose 100 pounds in 7 months that fast. It's just the way that it worked out. And then with having to have both my hips replaced in 2025, and my pain in kind of from January and February before my surgery, my pain got pretty bad. So I wasn't really able to work out as much. So, it was more kind of like then just maintenance. So pretty much for the last year it was maintenance. And, with my surgeries and with the recovery, I did gain a little bit, maybe like 10 pounds with the recovery and with water weight and stuff, and then go back down. And now I'm back down to what I was going into that first surgery again. So, and when you're in a weight loss journey, anything that you experience that you have to stop for, it's really annoying. And I was really sad and upset about it because I just wanted to keep going and keep going. But now when I'm thinking about my long-term success, I think that this year and me having to kind of pump the brakes and experience these 2 major surgeries and kind of deal with seeing the scale go up a little bit and deal with 2 major surgery recoveries, I think that this was really critical to my success with dealing with maintenance long term. So I think anybody, if you're dealing with if you're doing a weight loss journey, if you can break your weight loss into like kind of like a segment, maybe a little bit before you reach your goal, maybe stop and like focus on maybe maintaining that weight loss for maybe like a month or two, just to kind of see, okay, maybe the scale went up a little bit, and then, you know, kind of adjusting and seeing what you do. Because yeah, it was a good experience for the year. Because yeah, for the 2 surgeries, yeah, I did. Because yeah, even with my surgeries, I wasn't, with the surgery recovery, I wasn't eating even at a maintenance level. I just was basically listening to my body and eating like what I felt like my body needed at the time. So yeah, I mean, the scale did go up a little bit on those times, and then, you know, I worked to get it back down. So now I'm right back down to where I was. So that's important, you know, because that's going to happen in life as we, you know, when we reach goal, you know, stuff's going to happen. You're going to go on vacation and come back and be a little bit heavier, and you're going to have to, you know, figure it out again and get it back down. So, I think that, you know, I was really upset learning about that, having to go through these major surgeries, but now now that I'm back on the journey again, I'm just kind of like, oh, I think that it was probably really beneficial, because I think that now, you know, when I reach the goal, I know how to kind of maintain this to keep going. So just saying that, and then the fact that, yeah, it was hard, just to deal with that I think that everyone needs to be thinking about this as they're doing the journey. Because yeah, it's not just you reach the goal and you're like, yay for me, I'm done now. No, we're never done. We're never done. On to the main thing here. So, okay. And then this kind of applies to mainly to, so, with even just the losing part of it. And, the first part is going to be some numbers about just like, why is the maintaining so hard? And the first part is just with the, as you lose weight, is just that the metabolic slowdown. And the example is just that, you know, looking at me at 300 pounds, the 300-pound body of me took a lot more calories just to exist. And what we'll be talking about now is just some of the math of it, is like basal metabolic rate, and that's how many calories it takes just to exist. And that is basically just to lay in bed all day, how many calories it takes to exist, to keep that 300-pound body going, just to lay in bed all day. And an example was, I go to a weight loss clinic, and they do it's a body composition scanner, like a scale, but it gives you so much more, a lot of really detailed information. And I'm going to do a video on that coming up, guys. I have an appointment with them on New Year's Eve, and I have an email out to them. I don't know if I can film there, but I'll see what I can do. But I'll do a video about the details of it. But I have some data from them, or data from my scans from them, that we're going to go over, because with the metabolic slowdown for as you lose weight, there is ways to combat that. And I know that a lot of women particularly hate strength training, but I'm going to encourage you to do it, because I'll give you the stats on it, okay? I have some data here from what my weigh-ins were from, and we're going with dates of last September 4th and then October 2nd, okay? And my weigh-in on September 4th was 241.4, and then my October 2nd one was 229.8, okay? So I lost 11.6 pounds that month, and I just plugged in like on a general like basal metabolic calculator online with like my age and my height, and just based on my age and height, I would have lost 53 calories from my starting weight to what my ending weight was. So from September to my new weight in October, I would have been been burning 53 calories less a day, okay? But I started working with my trainer in September of last year. And when you start strength training, you're generally going to get your most muscle gains like right when you, like, I think it's like your first year. So this was right when I started, and I swam competitively, and I was just swimming before that. So I started working with her in the weight room. And I'm kind of weird, but I generally put on muscle easily for a female. But so for this, from the body composition scanners, like I said, there was 11.6 change on the scale. And I know that there's more accurate information, but this is an in-body scale or in-body scanner. So it's pretty accurate. I know there's a little bit more, but this is pretty decent. There was a 16.9% change in body fat, and I put on 3.3 pounds of muscle. And from on the in-body scan, it shows your basal metabolic rate. And from my September scan to my October scan, my basal metabolic rate went up by 50 calories a day. So from that muscle gain, like I said, remember on the original one, I would have lost the 50, and by putting on that 3.3 pounds of muscle, I gained the 50. So right there, that goes to show you that yes, from losing weight, your basal metabolic rate's going to go down, but you can kind of combat that with putting on some muscle. You're not going to combat all of that, of course, because you can't do that, but I mean, you can help a little, especially in women. So if you're a woman, I know that a lot of women, they're kind of scared to do strength training, but I would encourage it because I like food. So I do it because I like food. But yeah, and I like it. It makes me feel good. The other thing, so that's another thing that will help you. The thing is I think the biggest thing that I see that, and I'm not here to like crap on anybody's diet, but I'm scared to say it, but I know that when everybody's on a diet is like when they're seeing huge, and God, I know this is horrible coming from the girl who lost 100 pounds in 7 months, but when people are seeing huge losses, and if they're on some like weird diet that's like really restrictive, they'll be like, I'll eat like this forever. This is great. No, you won't. You can't. Nobody can. You can't live like that forever. Nobody can. Be real. Be honest with yourself. You can't. And this is hard, you guys. I don't care how you lost the weight. It was hard. You don't want to be the person that gains all your weight back. Be real with yourself. And you can't live like that the rest of your life. Nobody can. So I guess I would say, is the diet that you're following or whatever you're doing to lose your weight, is it realistic? Can you live like that for the rest of your life? Because my brother had a 50th birthday party and it was a fish fry. Did I eat the fish fry? Yes, I did. Was it delicious? Yes, it was. And I guess I would just say that is because, and then I'm old school in the sense that my mom always yells at me if she thinks that, about the whole, like, the food group thing, because sometimes I have a hard time eating, like, large volumes sometimes now, but the whole food groups of old school, that you need, like, a little bit of everything, you know? So, yeah, like, you need a little bit of everything. Like, I don't think you should just kind of, like, exclude, like, whole food groups. So, are you following, like, a crazy diet that you can't live on the rest of your life? The other thing is it mindset? Are you, like, do you have a crazy, like, end goal number in your head that, oh, once I reach this end goal, this will all be over, and then I'll be happier, then, you know what I mean? Or then, I can do, because I think, yeah, maybe this whole, like, year thing has changed my mindset, but my whole thing is that it's just, like, it's lifestyle that, well, I'm just happy to be able to walk and to be able to, like, do, like, active things that I want to do now. So that's changed for me. So that's great. But, like, I guess my whole thought process is, like, there's no going back. Like, no, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Just, I guess, yeah, is it mindset? Because I guess I would constantly be checking in with yourself of that there's no, like, end of this. Like, this is, like, the new you. Like, this is forever. Yeah, so I guess I would be checking in, like, on your head on that. But yeah, I guess I would check, I would probably, If you are in a place where you could like maybe like, let's say if you have a goal, if you need to lose like 100 pounds, like maybe at like 80, like stop for 2 months and like focus on maintaining for a little bit and then pick it up again. Because this year, I mean, I wouldn't recommend it. Don't go get 2 hip replacements if you don't need it. But I feel good about it with picking this back up for myself at least. With my success with maintaining at least now, I feel good about being able to once I'm get to where I need to be. I feel good about being able to maintain everything. And then also, well, the other thing too that I was thinking about was maybe the focus on the number thing. Is everybody maybe too focused on a number? Because I don't even have one, to be honest with you guys. I haven't been a healthy weight for so long. I don't even know what would be good for me. Don't know. I'm waiting to see what looks good on me, I guess. Because I don't know, like the weight loss place, they just focus on like losing a certain like a amount of body fat, and sometimes it's not attainable. Sometimes you'll lose a little bit of muscle with it. So I don't know. I have to just see. I'm just gonna play it by ear and see kind of how I look, and we'll see. I don't know. So, but that's all I have right now at this point. But